So my name's Erin, and I like to purchase things I can't afford, and I swipe my credit card and disassociate and pretend that I didn't buy it, even though I did. And on today's little adventure, we bought this 3.54 carat marquee diamond eternity band. Absolutely stunning.
The most miserable part about paying off debt is you feel like you're paying for nothing. You'll like put $1,000 on a credit card and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I may as well have held up 10 $100 bills and just burned it. And that would have given me more satisfaction than throwing it on a credit card.
So I think I know now why everyone is struggling with their money, and it has nothing to do with not being taught. The art of saving up for something is gone. What happened to the days of like, hey, I want to go on this trip, let me save up for it. Hey, I want to go to this concert or this event, let me save up for it. Earning something. That no longer exists. Now you can just finance anything. Affirm, Klarna. For God's sakes, DoorDash has Klarna now. You can't afford your food? Put it on Klarna. It's just the accessibility of being able to get into debt, the option to cop out. Like, we have no discipline anymore. Everything is a finance now. Everything. Credit card debt, Affirm, Klarna. You see it everywhere. You go shop for clothes, Affirm. It just, for me, the way that I think about it is literally putting power to the idea of, hey, people cannot afford this, but we're still going to let them buy it. And I feel like we should be slapping people on the wrist like, hey, you cannot afford this. You should not be able to buy it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping.
Imagine being me, okay, and your credit card payment is due today. The minimum payment that you can make is $165. There's only $100 in your personal checking account. You don't have a personal savings account right now. You have to go to your business bank account to withdraw money to make your minimum credit card payment, and you're 30 years old. And still believing that you're gonna be the person who creates generational wealth for you and your family.
So 2,804 was your income. So that's what hits your account on a monthly basis. How much did you spend last month?
I'm guessing 2,500.
Okay, $8,432. What the fuck are you talking about? No wonder you're financing everything in your life and have to rely on other people that you're banging in order to get money from.
Okay, I mean, I didn't know that it was 8,000 at all. I thought
No, you don't budget.
I budget a little bit. I definitely
Okay. Go on.
I make sure that all of my main bills, like my rent, all my usual bills, I'll just take care of at the beginning of the month, and then from there, for fun money.
Fun money? In what world do you think you're allowed to have fun money? You have credit card debt that is not being paid off, that is accruing interest and fees. 2 credit cards that are getting monthly fees. You are borrowing high interest rate student loans on a degree that has double the unemployment rate of the unemployment rate in the United States. What the fuck are you talking about fun money? Who do you think you are?
My name's Emily, and I'm coming on here because I'm going to be documenting my debt payoff plan. I am currently $420,000 in debt. It's a pretty gnarly number. Half of that number is my mortgage, so I promise I'm not super irresponsible. Still a little irresponsible, but not super. About a quarter of that is my student loans. About 10% of that is a car payment that I just bought. And the remainder is just general spending like Affirm payments and a credit card. I'm going to be using the avalanche debt payoff method in order to pay that off, which is just starting with the highest interest loan and working my way down.
How old are you and how much do you have in savings?
I'm 21 and I'm actually in a lot of debt because I just went traveling.
You know, did you spend all your money in travels or was it other things as well?
Travel, buying a car, all different things, yeah.
And have you ever wanted to save up for something in particular?
Yes, yeah. Buying a house on the northern beaches.
Okay. Do you think it's within reach?
Not so much at the moment, but I'm trusting God in my finances. So.
Okay, that's fair, fair. And so what do you think you're going to have to do to have to save up for that?
Probably invest, hey. Probably invest my money, yeah.
I get asked literally all the time how the hell I was able to accumulate $50,000 of credit card debt in like a 6-year span. But I was very naive with the fact of I know I was going to be making more money, right? I was 18 years old, got my first job as a dental assistant, making $28,000 a year. I was obviously spending way above my means. So when I got into $50,000 of debt, this was not like over a 1-2 year span. No, it started off small. My very first credit card, the limit was only like $250, right? And then as you start using it, they start to give you more credit. And then as you start to get more credit, you're like, oh, this is cool. Let me get another card. Oh, this one's got a cash back card. Let me get another card. And the next thing I knew, I had like 4 credit cards. I had like a Victoria's Secret card. I had an Amazon card. Like I had all these cards, okay? And I kept telling myself, I know I'm going to be making more money. I know I'm going to be making $100,000 a year. When I make more money, I'm going to pay these off. When I make more money, like I'm already going to live my life the way as if I was already making that kind of money, because I just knew it was inevitable for me. But what I did not realize is the more money I started to make, it didn't matter. That is when the big amounts of debt came in. I didn't have 50 grand of debt when I was 19, making $28,000 a year. No, when I started making over $100,000 a year was when it started to pile on so freaking fast.
Day one of paying off my brand new car. So I had to get a new car. Well, it didn't have to be a new car, but I had to get a new car because my Bronco Sport does not fit a car seat. Well, the car seat that I wanted, at least, it didn't fit. So I had to get a new one, and I was like, if I'm going to get a car, I want it to be new. I want it to have all the things I want, and I'm going to keep this car for 10 to 15 years. So not only am I getting this car, I'm going to keep it for a very, very long time. So I'm going to want to love this car. My husband works for a car company, so we were able to get a employee discount with the vehicle, and so we got a brand new 2025 Tahoe Z71. So we want to have 3 kids, so it'll fit all 3 kids, and it's got extra room in the back. It's going to work perfectly for us for the next 10-15 years, or probably even longer. We will probably keep this thing until the wheels fall off. Like, this vehicle is an investment and not just a liability. So this is how much we owe. Yay. And it's at like a 7% interest. So I'm going to try to pay this down every single day. I'm going to put at least $1 down on this. And I'm currently 35 weeks pregnant, so I am like craving stuff like crazy. I wanted Taco Bell for lunch today, but I knew I got to pay off this car. So we're putting $10 toward the principal today, and then check in tomorrow to see how much I'm going to put toward the principal.
I was hiding over $55,000 worth of credit card debt from my husband over about a year span. And it wasn't until February of this year that I could no longer take it, and I wanted to sit him down and fully confess to him, because I knew that it was so unfair that he was helping me pay for this debt that he didn't even know about it. So in February, I sat him down, I confessed, and I told him everything.
Debt. A lot of debt. I have multiple credit cards, a car loan, a personal loan for a surgery that I had, and yeah, I'm stressed out about it and frustrated, and I thought, I'm gonna make this TikTok channel to hold myself accountable. So I'm determined to get out of debt in a year. $100,000 in a year. I made a pretty good income last year. I'm in sales, so there's no telling what my income will be this year. But I think I'm just gonna come on here like every day and say something I did that day to get myself out of this hole that I dug for myself. If anybody sees it, cool. If nobody ever sees it, that's okay too. It's for me to remind myself that I'm a fucking badass and I can do it. Quit being a little bitch about it. So, here you go.
No, I'm fully convinced that most of my debt is just because I'm delusional. Okay, because I was like, I'm real hungry. I could make food. Probably not. So let me order a medium pizza, a 2-liter, a little bit of apple pie, and some boneless wings. And then tell me when the total came to $67. I was like, that's a sign I meant to get this food and not, $70 for pizza for one person. That's a lot. That could be spent on bills. No. I see that 6767, baby. That's an angel number. And the angels want me to have that food. Thank you. God bless.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't love this video I'm about to make, but we're gonna do my 2023 credit card interest reveal. How much did I pay in credit card interest in 2023? And let me tell you, it's horrid. It's really horrible. I feel like I have actually not really talked about how much I get charged in interest very much because it scares me and I don't like to think about it. At this point of my credit card debt payoff journey, I am not like opening any more cards or like doing any other like additional things because I am going to be able to pay off the debt so quickly. But had I started over, I absolutely would have done a personal loan or been better with my balance transfer. The issue is I did a balance transfer from my big Chase card that has my highest percent of interest, which I'll check and see what the actual percentage is. I'm not really sure. I did a balance transfer last year, but I still was not in the place to be paying off my cards. So all the balance transfer did for me was move $8,000 of credit card debt onto a zero interest card, give me more credit line on my Chase card, and run that card up again. So we just ran it back up. Anyways, okay, for the credit card interest reveal, on my Chase card, I got charged $5,098.46 in credit card interest. That is 1 month of my salary. I got charged my salary and interest. And then my other card, my Wells Fargo one that is at zero now, I got charged $569.85. So in total, I got charged over $5,500 in credit card interest. The APR on that credit card, which is the interest rate, was 25.24% on the Chase card. I feel like for the most part, I would get charged like $300 to $400 in interest. But honestly, like when my cards were really, really high, I didn't even notice that. Like I didn't even notice it. It wasn't until I started actually paying off my credit card debt that I started paying attention to how much interest I was actually being charged. So something to think about. Anyways, it's going down rapidly, which is amazing. Thank God. Free me. Free me.